DiSchiavi. Steve, thank you for joining us tonight, buddy.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Good, Steve. How are you doing, brother?
Hey, Steve.
You know me. I'm just my house is as clean as it's ever been. So yeah, my garage is looking good. I heard you guys talking earlier. It's kind of sucks when you're doing what you're supposed to and other people aren't. Kind of pisses you off, but
Yep.
That's America for you.
Well, you know, if we all have choices, we're going to make our own. So
yeah, but the problem is other people's choices impact on our lives. You know,
that's it. I mean, if you're going to go out and be a pinhead, then I'm going to exercise my right not to be.
Exactly.
Now we got a little product placement here, and there's a reason why. I worked this out with Mr. Bowler, who's in Dallas-Fort Worth area, and Mike, if you could show him the bottle that you've got there. But what we're going to be doing tonight, Steve, is again, this is on YouTube. You know, this is not.
Don't even go there.
Hey, that's my backup.
But
and the bottles, this is just 1 week's worth.
There you go.
I'm soft, man. I am soft.
We've come to the agreement, Steve, that every time that you use a curse word, Mike has to do a sip of his Crown Royal tonight. So he should be drunk by about 9:30. So
all right.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Hey, I started at noon, so 9:30 is a good target.
Well, Steve, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. Again, there's a lot of people that are in the same circumstances that we are in right now, which is staying at home, staying safe. You know, I'm here with my 85-year-old father, about to turn 86 in July. And God bless him is right. And you posted several videos of doing projects around the house. You're a pet iguana in the backyard, doing some cooking in the kitchen. By the way, I want to wish you the best of luck with your new podcast. He's doing a cooking podcast called "If You Didn't Bring Beer, Get the Hell Out of My House."
Yeah,
nice.
But it's how's it been for you? I mean, being alone, and I know Mike's got the family there with him, and so does Ken. I've got Dad here, but you're all by your lonesome over there. How you dealing with it, buddy?
Well, I cut my own hair today. Used the trimmers and cut my own hair, so that's fun. But it's one of those things where I keep myself busy. My days go by pretty fast. I get up in the morning, I've been bike riding, and then, I work on stuff in the house that I never really had a chance to do because of my schedule. So it makes things the day go by a lot quicker. Before I know it, it's 9 o'clock at night. Right. Sometimes I forget to, I even forget to, eat, which is, for me, I'm a fat bastard, so I gotta eat. But being alone has its perks. I don't share my toilet paper with anybody. I don't share my food with anybody. So it's all good.
It's got to be an interesting introspective to yourself when you're home. Deciding what's important to you, what's not. What you're watching on TV. You can only take so much of the news. I mean, what we're dealing with the news right now can just get you as aggravated as going to Walmart.
Yeah, I watch my local news at night for 10 minutes, and then because they're pretty good. Everything with them is fact, not fear. So they're pretty fact-based.
Right.
And too bad every other news network doesn't do that. But, for me, it's just I check in, see what's going on with the world for 10, 15 minutes, and I can't watch it. And then cable, they're playing it. If I see Mr. Holland's Opus one more fucking time on the thing, or Mr. and Mrs. Smith, or some bullshit, it just drives me insane. It just, I'm like, people are sitting home. It's a pandemic. We're all home. You're getting paid millions of dollars from people. Break it up a little bit. Do something. I mean, how about, I don't know, throw some movies on from the 70s or something that nobody's seen before.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you can get absorbed by this stuff, and that's what I preach to everybody. Before that happens, get your news. This happened today. That's fine. We don't need to spend any more time with opinions on it. I mean, I want facts. I want to hear the medical people. But at some point over the course of the night, I just want to be entertained. I want to take this off, put it over here someplace, and just, make me laugh or whatever the case may be, because I don't want the last thing every night
to be
before I go to bed to be, and believe me, I compassionate toward people. I have empathy for them, specifically, people in the medical profession, first responders, people who are out on the front lines of this dealing with. I can't even imagine what that's like. But you've got to keep your sanity about it, because this can eat you up alive.
Oh, no, without a doubt. I agree 100%. I mean, the NYPD's lost a lot of guys in the last 2 weeks from this COVID. And, it's a chance you take when you're a first responder or if you're in the health field. I mean, even the pharmacy, people that work in a pharmacy, they're dealing with people got to get their medication, right? So I go to the drive-thru. But how many people decide they want to walk in and shop around and do all this other nonsense? So it just, everybody that is in the public service, so to speak. I had DoorDash drop off food last night because I'm sick of cooking for myself, right? And, it's a weird time because they drop it off and then they leave. Like, everything, there's no personal interaction anymore.
Right.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad because for me, like even my guys that drop off my Amazon stuff or my mailman, I'm always, hey, how you doing? But now it's just, it's like almost even look at each other.
Yeah, I telling these guys, I retired going on 4 years now.
Wow.
And so I've been like social distancing for like 4 years at this point. Like I turned pro 2 years ago. So it's just kind of like, that's my day, busy, find something to do, work around the house, garden, work in the yard, build things, do a little painting, do my honey-do list, whatever the case may be. So, other than the occasional, I'm not in a hurry to go to the mall or go to the movies. I'm not that guy anyway.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, I'm not missing much either. I'm missing hanging out with the guys at the cigar bar or going out on the boat or, guys just show up at my house. Like my garage door's open and they drive by, forget about it. They're in. They're in my refrigerator. Sometimes I look outside and they're on my dock and I don't even know they're here. My phone, it's a text message. Oh, I'm here. And it's like a half hour old. So
it's like putting a bird feeder out there.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah.
No, I hear you, Steve. Mike here, and that's the thing. And luckily, I'm in Fort Worth, right next to Dallas, and Tarrant County decided to leave the golf courses open for us. So they pulled the flags, pulled the rakes. Advise against picking up a strange ball when I'm out in the woods looking for mine. But other than that gives us a chance to get with the guys. It's a little different, but we're able to do that. So I'm right there with you. That's. I still go to work. I still, hit a couple of local stores when I need something. I'm in and out, and try to be cautious and careful. But other than that, it's the contact with the buddies, the fist pump on the golf course, something like that. It's and as we talk, is this change forever? Will it ever go back?
Now, are you walking or are you driving in a cart?
Both. You can ask for a cart, and they will give you one, and they normally give you rags to wipe it down if you want to do it again. They say that they're clean, but you got to ride by yourself.
Oh, all right. Well, that's okay. That's not a bad deal. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that. I don't like walking. Obviously, if you look at my body.
Same here. Yeah.
I'm not big into walking. I'm not walking 18 freaking holes.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's like, and we were talking about it. The day we were supposed to go golfing, the day before they shut all the golf courses down here. We were supposed to go out, me and my buddies.
Yeah.
It kind of drove this shit is real. And this is getting bad. They're shutting down golf courses now.
Yeah. The interesting thing is our mayor here in Fort Worth, I give her credit. She made a great decision. They're going to leave the parks open because they thought a lot of people that live in townhomes, that don't have a yard, the kids, the grandkids, people can't get outside. You got to leave the parks open. And they want people to exercise that 6 foot distance, which, most of them do. Some of them didn't, but we've learned to. What is the difference if you go to the golf course? Now, granted, the flags and what they've done is they put the pin in the middle of most greens. So you're just kind of aiming for the middle of the green, which if I hit the green, I'm lucky anyway. Middle of it, it's a great shot for me. What was the difference between closing the golf courses and like the marshals have said, if you guys are not next to each other, if you are, we're going to ask you not to, and if we have to ask you twice, we'll ask you to leave. So everybody's been cool about it. So I don't know why other counties and cities don't turn around, because it is one outdoor activity we can continue to have now.
Yeah, and you know what? Like you said, if you're one man in a golf cart, I guess it's a little tough because I don't know if most golf courses have enough golf carts to go around, right? But
yeah,
I don't know how many people are out there golfing. Thank God now most of these goddamn snowbirds are on their way home down in Florida. Yeah.
There you go.
And, I see out-of-state plates when I go to. I'm like, go to fuck home and deal. Go to your own hospitals and deal with your shit there. Don't suck up everything here. It drives me crazy. I saw a guy from Ohio. Not doing it. Go to fuck home. What are you doing here?
Everything started early this year too, because up where we are right now, we got a great influx of people from New York, New Jersey. Summer homes. A lot of them. Pretty well-to-do people. They come in. But this year, because of all this, they came even earlier. So all of a sudden now we've got state police, we've got National Guard stopping people entering the state from out of town and saying, hey, you got a quarantine, or what's your business here, or whatever the case may be. And of course, Civil Liberties Union went crazy about that. So the way our governor handled it, Cuomo said, well, I'm going to have to sue the state of Rhode Island for being, for just choosing us, being discriminatory. So what our governor said is, okay, fine. If you're from any other state, then you'll get the same treatment. We'll stop you and, we'll give you the same advisement. So actually that was kind of shrewd on her part, because now you weren't singling everybody out. But I think what happened is this year, all that influx of people happened much earlier than it normally is, because people just wanted to blow town. They wanted to get out.
Somebody just put up, they opened up fishing but closed all access to the water. That's priceless. I mean, that's so typical government, right?
That's Dave Grady. That's one of my guys, and it's true. Rhode Island is the ocean state. You just can't get to the fucking thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky.
You drive by it, look at it.
I'm lucky. I've been fishing every other day in the backyard here. Luckily I'm on the water, but my buddy's got a boat. They shut down a lot of the entrance ways to get your boat in the water, and I think that was the only thing that was left open. I'm sorry, was the way to get into the water. If you have a boat and you have like a ramp and all that, but that keeps people sane. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I started bike riding for the first time in 30 years. I mean, I've had a bike for 4 fucking years and I've never used it. I had flats on, I had to fill them up, and I finally started bike riding. And, I got to see the neighborhood for the first time, all the little blocks inside and out. Yeah. And it's fun. I wave to people and they get, they just kind of give you a look like, what are you waving at? I'm like, fuck you, I came back. That's when I did my video. I'm like, fuck.
I saw it.
I'm just trying to be fucking friendly here, all right?
Yeah, you know what? That's why I hate when they say the people in the Northeast are so rude. I'm like, fuck you. I'm down here and I'm being nice. And everybody's like, not even a wave. I'm like, you're not going to get the coronavirus from waving at somebody.
Yeah, no. I'm lucky. I live in a place that I go on a walk around my neighborhood. I don't see a soul.
You know what? I was worried about, I was worried about cars. Like driving around the neighborhood. But where I live, there's only 2 ways into the subdivision. So I worry about cars, because people drive like maniacs or they don't drive at all. And I count on one hand how many cars I've seen driving around the neighborhood, actually out on the road, So that'll change hopefully one day. We'll see,
We'll see.
Special guest joining us tonight, Steve DiSchiavi from the Dead Files, can be seen on the Travel Channel. And right now, there's still fresh episodes that are going on right now. Were you guys finished with a season, or did everything get put on stop?
Yeah, what happened was we have 1 episode left next week for season 12 that we finished up in November. or December. We were out on the road for 2 episodes. I was supposed to be back out on March 24th. And that Friday before the network shut everybody down, all production down. So we did 2 episodes for season 13 and then got put on shutdown. And I honestly, I don't know if and when we're going back to work. My ex-wife's flipping out because I won't pay her until I'm back to work. She's fucking flipping out. She fuck herself. You know what? I got to, people like, oh, you're on TV. Yeah, bullshit. On TV. I barely pay my bills. My ex-wife gets a third of my salary. The government gets another third. And then the lawyers take a piece of whatever third I got left. And you know what? It's Travel Channel. It's not ABC. So it's not like I'm making life-changing money here. And, I'm like, are you kidding me? There's a pandemic going on. I don't know when I'm going back to work. And you're breaking my balls about getting paid? And she goes, I got bills to pay. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I guess I have no bills.
Right.
You know,